your line to get a handout from you, and then you had the nerves to sit back and tell me, well, we don't want to help you because we hear you bashing our Jesus, then I'll be wanting to say to you, you know what? You the one who need help. Because what you don't understand right now is that you are being judged. And that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. You need to watch the interaction that you have around here with me. That's why every time I go through that stupid shit with you guys, it makes me feel more sad for what you've done to yourself than I feel sad for what you've done to me. Because I know for a fact that I am immortal. See, I know that. I already know that. And I know I have to keep reminding myself to not let myself be who you people on this earth are trying to see me be. See, that's the only thing y'all could do, is deprive a person and steal all their shit from them. And even though you don't want to try to see it as stealth, because your Bible tells you you have the right to do it, but if you do exactly what your Bible says, it says, show them no mercy. All right? Make no kindred unto them. Do not let anything that they are trying to do be prosperous. You are to utterly destroy them. Ain't that what your Bible says to you to do to us? It is. We know that, don't we? So I can see you guys through your animosity, because you know I could pick up things through the ether. That's one of the talents that I have. So I can see the attitude of the bus drivers and everybody I come in contact with. But this is after you guys have enslaved us for 500 years. So it's nothing new. Those animosities and anxieties have always been there. It's just like I say, you guys look at me as a little bit different, so you might be stomaching me a little more than you stomach others. But the thing about it is that it's not me that you need to worry about. It is the sun that makes the rain, that makes the mudslides. Okay? And then you get mad because I say that I want to destroy the Golden Gate Bridge. Look, let me explain something to you guys why I say all that stuff like that. I see those things happening. And then if I don't tell you before they happen that that's what I see, then when they do happen, then I'm going to be sitting up feeling real bad because the sun gave me an inclination to say something about it, and I did not. And my whole job is to prove to you that there's a spiritual essence that's about our whole dynamics on the earth that is based on causation, of cause and effect. Because of everything that you guys have done to everyone around this planet, the effect of that is that you have the elements that are here to show you you're going to change your ways and stop with your bullshit. Because that stuff is going to stop. I am not putting everything on this earth for you guys to be hoarding it all to yourselves and then preparing bad food for people. All this stuff that you guys are letting happen, you white people are letting it happen because you are the muscle for the damn Zionists. And that's what I'm trying to point out to you. We shouldn't have to go into the grocery store, any of us, and get cucumbers that when you get it home, the damn thing is dying already. And the only reason why that's happening is because we got everybody on the earth have to deal with you white people. And you guys sit up and help the Zionists perpetuate that, because every time someone like me comes around and want to complain about the circumstance of the world being so messed up the way they are, then you all want to try to get up a reason to find me as the troublemaker. But you have to eat that same dumbass cucumber that you should be joining forces with me and complaining about. Because we have too much land where we should be growing our own food. And this summer just went by, and where did we... No, listen. No one is eating any cucumbers that's grown here in this state that we all live in. No tomatoes that's grown here in this state. Okay? They got to come out and say, hothouse tomatoes. Why? We had one of the most hottest, most beautiful summers I've ever seen in a long time. So much food could have got produced. You know, we all could have been. And then they want to talk about we can't this, we can't that. I see you showed up with all those damn tanks and all those damn freaking UN vehicles. And then for some reason, the people that's making these UN vehicles and tanks and everything, ain't nobody saying nothing to them. Ain't nobody stopping them from being able to eat. Nobody being rude and nasty to them. But I come out here and try to say to you, look, God is here. God told me to tell you, if you don't It's gonna flip over the school bus. Gonna this, gonna that. The animals, bears, sharks, everything I've been telling you guys is no different than in your Bible when you talk about all your white prophets warning the people, and then everything they warn about happened. Okay, they get big praise and big honor. But when the melanated man come down here with the sun and showing you, not only do I have the sun, I got freaking starships backing me up. I show you all that, and you still want to be so dull with it that you want to challenge it. You know, I don't get it. I've really tried my best to just explain it to you guys what the true dynamics is that we are dealing with. But you all want to be shallow-minded and really believe that just like every else around this planet, everybody got a dose of the bad weather. Why do you think we've been so blessed here? You don't think that it has anything to do with the God of Sar living here? You don't, do you? See, this is what I'm trying to point out to you, how you can be that dull with it. I mean, it's really sad. Because like I say to you, I'm going to be provided for. I already know that. But the thing is, I'm here to prepare you and to get you all to start thinking better. And it's real easy for me to get mad and yell and cuss and all this and all that. But I just was listening to myself. And I'm understanding why I feel so depressed and so angry the way I do, because it's a lot of stuff being taken, and it's all material stuff. It really is. But still, though, it still has the burden, and it still brings the grief. All right, so it is what it is. And then I really don't need to be seeing myself has done so much work to point out to you guys that these UFOs are what's causing these earth changes around this planet and destroying you white people. And I'm trying to point that out to you guys and try to get you all to understand that you need to put your egos to the side and stop walking your ass around here with that dumbass religion thinking that you're going to be able to have some strength in that, because you're not going to find yourself safe with that. I'm telling you, I was sent here to destroy all that garbage foolishness. And I see how you all now want to look at me like I'm retarded or is something very wrong with me. How can one person be responsible for all the atrocious shit that has been happening on this earth before I was even born? And then even up to now. You mean you really want, all you evil ass people really want to look at me now as if I'm the person? I'm the one. It ain't got nothing to do with your whole history of Christopher Columbus and the brutal Christian Crusades and all of the wars and all of the brainwashing on the slave plantations where you was giving everybody your image of yourself as God, and all the beatings and all the rape. And so the Mexican people want to be upset with me for telling the truth to all you guys and saying, you know, there's something wrong with you sitting up thinking you better than black people when you are black yourself. I don't care if that white man did rape the hell out of a whole lot of your women and teach y'all how to speak Spanish and make you believe that for some reason, since you was deeper south than in North America, that you even any different than the same black people that was all over this continent when they got here. Okay, that's the only thing I'm trying to say. And then another thing I try to point out to everybody is, why do you guys always believe them when they tell you that everybody that's in the West Indies was black people that they brought and populated those islands with from Africa? That's not true. When they went to the West Indies, I bet you it was people already there at the West Indies too. They just did the same thing there. They brought some few people there and kept the people that was there too. But we were all melanated people all around the globe, because that's the way the sunlight made us look. And the white people themselves started in Africa from albinism. And then somebody took the albinism and just started mixing with the genes. And the next thing you know, we got the Caucasian man, and he brings his ass out of the laboratory and go around the world and do just what he was made to do. Fuck everything up. And that's just what has happened. So you're not going to come out here with your Johnny come lady ass Jesus and make it better than the stars and make it more greater than the moon and more greater than the seashell and more greater than the woman herself with everything she has to offer, where he even came from. But all of a sudden she don't matter anymore, you know. It's just him. That's what you did. Everything that don't matter anymore is what's dying, and the only thing that's living is them. And that's the reason why you can see them up at the Vatican. A whole bunch of them that lived good and got old together. Okay? I mean, it's so weird about them all being old. And you know they all started at those little altar boys. So that means that the little altar boys that all grow up together in succession and just move their old asses out. And they just gonna booty bang forever. Just in the sequential, chronicalized faggotry forever. Being the headquarters of supposed to be divineness for all the masses around the whole planet. Where they start off with homosexuality, deprivation of women, and then the glorification of a dead white man as being the living, sustaining icon of everything on the earth. Now, how can you get anything but decadence from that type of decadence? And then everybody got to be beat, deprived, thrown in prison, raped, okay, all this forever. This system that we got right now will have to be implemented forever if something doesn't get done about it right now. So you see what I'm trying to get at and trying to make you understand is that there should be no reason for the poverty being on the earth that's on the earth. Someone should be wise enough to know that they're trying to trigger off World War III, and the last thing you should do is try to make a criminal out of someone. Look, Alex Jones and all them, they talk the same stuff that I talk. All right? The only thing is you don't hear them attacking Jesus. You know why? Because they're white men. But they still attack the government and talk about the same conspiracy, but they dare not attack their white Jesus because as white men, they know that that is the one thing that they all have. They all know it's a bunch of bullshit, but they also know they want their ratings, they want all the stuff that's a part of all that whiteness to remain. But the true factor of it is that starting with Jesus, that is the biggest launching of all of the hateful bullshit on the planet. So if I can tell you that, you know, the universe will flip your bus over, your school bus over, and then it happened, it's only because the sun knows how many children you guys thrown in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean, when you was bringing us over here at your slave trade. And the sun knows the wickedness in your heart that it's dealing with, so it knows just how to get your attention. And then you want to frown and look at me, all evil. If I tell you that it would be good to see that bridge fall in the ocean, it's because it would. I'd rather see that happen, and then they have to see the rest of the earth have to keep getting tornadoed and hailballed and fires and volcanoes and everything that you haven't saw yet, but it's coming. I've already told you guys, y'all want to sit around here and think that you can disown me on my own planet. I keep telling you guys that, and then when everything hit the fan and I get me enough money together to ease my ass up out of this town, and you feel that bitch start trembling, that's when it's going to dawn on you that you should have paid attention to the God voice that was coming out of me talking to you, especially after it did everything. Showed you the lights turn green, then showed you all the fires with the green essence in the middle with the orange around it, the two colors just like the book tell you, green and orange, Vastad and Segment. Alright, she done blowed up propane dealership, okay, sinkholes,